Hi, I'm Dr. Professor Rhema Zachariah, MD, and we have here with me two wonderful persons. And near me is Cathy Shaw.
Yes.
And we have Chris Noffsinger.
Perfect, thank you.
They are volunteers to American Cancer Society. We are here to hear some wonderful accounts of both of them volunteering to the American Cancer Society in Central Illinois. Now, Cathy,
Yes.
can you tell us your background and in what area you are volunteering?
Sure. I'm a licensed cosmetologist in the state of Illinois. I've been licensed for 35 years.
Yes.
I work with the Look Good, Feel Better program,
Yes.
which provides makeup skincare tips for people undergoing treatment. And I also work in the wig boutique so that we can customize wigs to fit people who are undergoing treatment.
Yes. Now, Chris, would you give us the background in what area you are volunteering?
Well, in the area that I volunteer is called the Road to Recovery program, and there are a number of volunteer drivers who take patients from their homes to their treatment clinics and then back home. But I always offer to the people that I am driving that they have my time if they need to stop to pick up a prescription or to stop at the grocery store. They have my time and I'm available for them.
This would be not just one show. We would plan several shows in which both of them would be telling us some of the experiences they have in volunteering to American Cancer Society. Now, Cathy, would you give us some specifics of the examples of the persons that you are volunteering and some how you get to know them and in what area you are just more than just a cosmetologist?
Of course. If we do a Look Good, Feel Better program, we can do it from a group of people to just a one-on-one session.
Yes.
And because they're going through treatment, they have many issues that have changed. Their skin has changed, so we will attack that, what we can do for them for those things. And also because their skin color has changed.
Yes.
With the toxins that they're now taking.
Right.
None of their makeup fits. So we have groups across the country, cosmetic manufacturers across the country, who donate
Yes.
all of the cosmetics that we use. Everything that we use, from skincare to makeup to sun lotions, everything we use is donated materials across the board.
So it is not just your expertise that you are volunteering. You are volunteering everything that comes with it?
Absolutely. They get
Wow.
a kit that's worth several $100s.
Yes.
I said it's like Christmas morning when they get there and we open the kit.
Yes.
Because there is everything anyone could possibly need
Yes.
for a day from start to end, where it comes to their skincare and or makeup needs.
Yes.
We also do the wigs that we use in the wig boutique
Yes.
are also donated from all the manufacturers across the country. They are brought in. We get hundreds of thousands of them.
Yes.
So we do need to customize them for people because not everybody's forehead is the same.
Right.
So we do that also. One of the things that sticks out in my mind is of something that happened recently. I got a
Yes.
phone call from a woman in Sullivan, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
There is not a volunteer cosmetologist in her area.
Mm-hmm.
She was going to a wedding
Yes.
and her hair was falling out by the handful. So we chatted for a while and I found out she didn't even have a wig. So I said, I'll tell you what, we'll meet at the wig boutique at the American Cancer Society office on Neal Street. We will pick out a wig. We're then going to go to the salon in which I work and we're going to cut it. because no one should ever be without their hair.
Yes.
And we had so much fun that day.
Yes.
Trying on all these crazy wigs. We did funny styles, we did fun, serious styles. We just had a ball. We laughed and laughed. We went to the salon, we cut it, and then we cried.
Oh.
Because she looked
So
normal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all they want, is they just want to look normal.
This is awesome because I have a question.
Okay.
This look good, feel better. Is that a phrase coined by American Cancer
Yes,
Society?
it is. Yes, it is. And the basic philosophy is, if you look good,
Yes,
you feel better.
absolutely.
So they attached that phrase to the program for the makeup and skincare because they walk in and they're
Yes.
like, oh, I just feel terrible. I had treatment today, you know. And then they walk out 2 hours later and their shoulders are back
Yes.
and their head is up and they go, I'm going to dinner tonight, you know.
Wow.
So you can see the transformation happen in that 2 hour period of time.
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh, it's just amazing.
2 hours.
In 2 hours, we can take them from to
Yes.
shoulders back, and my husband's taking me out tonight,
Yes.
you know. So you do realize, yes, it's just makeup, but it's a huge part of making them feel normal.
Normal, normal.
And they haven't felt normal for a long time.
Not only normal, more than normal.
Yeah,
Right.
probably it is.
Yes.
It probably is more
Because
than
what
normal.
we call normal, look out there is no joy, no nothing.
Exactly.
Everybody's rushing around. Here you are bringing in an aspect of life which they really enjoyed.
Oh, absolutely. And we have, especially in the groups where we have 5 or 6, a lot of them have already got their wigs.
Yes.
And those wigs come off, and we're having fun with skincare and makeup, and
Yes.
there's laughter, and then they share stories with each other. Where are you at in your treatment? Well, I've already been there,
Oh.
and you know, and so there's camaraderie that I'm not doing this by myself.
Yes.
You know,
You're not the only
I'm
one.
not the only
Only
one.
Exactly.
And they talk about, oh, did that drug make you sick? Well, no, that one didn't do that to me. Did your hair fall out right away? How many treatments? You know, so there's a lot of, I call them
Peer.
external hugs.
But it's true, but it's
You know.
also peer connection.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Peer connection.
Yeah,
So they are never alone.
absolutely. They are never alone. They do feel a connection
Yes.
to not only each other. Now when they see each other in treatment rooms, they stop and say, hi,
Yes.
how, you know.
Yes.
So they do feel that there is a sense of
Yes,
camaraderie.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. Chris,
Yes.
this is, I'm getting
I
excited.
love her. I love the story. I really do. And I also think, too, it's probably maybe the first time in their life that somebody's pampered them.
Well, that's
Yes.
true because so many women are so busy taking care of everyone else.
Right.
It's the
Oh,
first
yes.
time that a collective group of people is taking care of them.
Them. Right.
Yes, Chris, would you share some of your experiences?
Yes,
Say
I
you
would.
said you are a volunteer, and you call that program Road to
Recovery.
Recovery.
Correct.
So it's
Right.
not just moving from place to place.
Oh, no.
It is the total road to recovery.
Absolutely.
So tell us,
Okay.
Chris, how you help them in this not only transportation but this road to recovery.
Absolutely. Well, one of the first things that when I meet a new patient, I call them to tell them that I'm going to be their driver the next day or whatever day, and that I will be there at a certain time at their home. And when I arrive at their home, I either get out of the car or sometimes they're ready and waiting for me.
Yes.
I don't specifically ask about their cancers unless
Yes.
they offer the conversation first.
Right.
But I try and go on, well, I have a family. Do you have a family?
Family.
How many, do you have children?
Yes.
And that kind of makes them a little more at ease.
Yes.
You know, talking about family to me is like the greatest thing in the world. Family is really important. And especially the last patient that I have been driving. She is the sole survivor of her family.
Yes.
She only had a brother and he passed away. So she's got her 93-year-old mother
Yes.
to take care of. And now she's battling the cancer.
Yes.
So she has the best attitude, laughs about things. She just is such an inspiration to me. And I'm doing this for her. She just makes me feel good. It's just, her attitude is so positive.
Yes.
In spite of what she has faced already. She's had both breasts removed. Now she has cancer again. I do not know where, and she is going in for radiation, but she is facing this solely on her own. Her mother does have Alzheimer's and doesn't remember a lot of things that she tells her. So it's almost like I'm her connection to some of the outside world. She can tell me anything, and that's as far as it will go.
Yes.
But we have laughed in the car. She has actually, I've said, okay, if you need to go to the bank,
Yes.
I'll wait here in the car. She says, oh no, you're going in with me. So I just go along, or she'll just pull me. She says, come on in with me.
Yes.
It's just like you're with a friend.
Friend.
And I consider all of the people who I've driven friends, and they do call me.
Yes.
I call them to see how they're doing. Just recently, I had taken some homemade vegetable soup
Yes.
to a patient that I had. And she called me this week and said that it was very good. And she apologized for not calling right away. But she'd been in the hospital twice since I had done that.
Oh.
But I didn't know that. But it is extremely rewarding right here.
Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%.
And Chris, your background, you have been 28 years in the UIUC as a
Purchasing agent.
agent. And did you drive around a lot?
No, actually, I did not.
did not?
It was an office job.
Oh, it's an office job.
Right.
You
Right.
don't go to purchase things.
No.
No.
We had companies that we dealt with
Okay.
either by telephone or fax. And now, since I've retired, I'm sure it's by email more.
Yes.
But we had a whole listing of vendors that each particular buyer
Yes.
dealt with.
Oh, gotcha.
If it was plumbing supplies, the
Yes.
plumbing buyer had certain vendors that he or she dealt with. So,
Yeah. Now, I would like to know, is this your first volunteering experience, or you had volunteered elsewhere, and now having started with American Cancer Society, are you looking for another, or this is where the buck stops?
well, I'll go back to your first question.
Yes.
This has not been my first volunteer job. I had begun volunteering at the Champaign Public Library, but I was having a really difficult time still grieving the loss of my husband. It had only been a few months when I began there.
Yes.
And they were very, very understanding, and I didn't feel that they should not rely on me
Yes.
to come in.
Yes.
And if I didn't feel like doing that, I felt that I wasn't doing them a good job. So I moved on to Jefferson Junior High School, and I
Yes.
did some filing there. I did a little bit of computer input, and that only lasted one semester. So now I'm into I have two volunteer jobs. One is with, of course, the American Cancer Society, the Road
Yes.
to Recovery. Plus, I go into the office and do whatever is clerically necessary. I stuff envelopes, I'll file things, whatever they need me for. And then the Road to Recovery is the other part. And I also volunteer 3 days a week at the Champaign County Humane Society. I'm their receptionist, and I answer the telephone.
And this volunteering is a different ball game, American Cancer Society. do you feel exhausted, drained emotionally, or the persons that you volunteer not only receive but also give?
Yes. No, I don't feel down at all. I'm there to be positive with
Yes,
them.
yes.
I think that's the best way to go about it. And most of them are also very positive.
Yes.
So it's really it's not something that I have to convince them of. They are positive.
That is so true. That is very true. I noticed that in the Look and Feel Better. Not
Yes.
only do they leave with their shoulders back and their heads up and, ooh, we're going out tonight,
Yes.
but I do too. I walk out and I'm like, that was a great session, and you're all pumped up, and so you really do receive as much as you give.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
really do receive as much as you give.
And this is important because
yeah.
it's not only rewarding to them, to you, and to the community.
To the community.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure. Absolutely.
And this is very encouraging, and it's absolutely those who are listening us would also look into the possibility of volunteering, and I'm sure many of you are volunteering, but this is a little different scenario.
Yes.
And you can volunteer as much as you want or as little as you want. Maybe one day a month or twice a week. Whatever your schedule permits, you would be rewarded extremely well by volunteering.
Oh, absolutely. You cannot look into the face of what somebody else is facing and not feel good about yourself or them.
Now, Chris, how mile-wise, what is the farthest you have gone and what is the shortest?
Okay, the furthest I have gone is to Muhammad, Illinois. Fortunately, I live on the west end of Champaign. It was no problem whatsoever. I had 2 patients from Muhammad. The closest was just here in old downtown Urbana, and she was going to Carl. So it was very quick. She was going for radiation, and she was in and out in just a short amount of time.
Now, I'm coming from India, and when you take them, are they sitting in the back seat or with you in the front
Oh,
seat?
they're in the front with me.
Always.
Yeah. I don't want to be a chauffeur.
Yeah.
That's what, because you are there not as a driver. You are there, you have come into their life.
Yes.
At a very
Crucial time.
different time.
Yes.
And so here, someone who reaches out, like you, you connect immediately.
Absolutely.
And so therefore, it's a friendship, and that builds up.
Totally agree.
And so therefore, it is, you talk, you laugh, you sometimes cry, and it's a total experience.
Absolutely.
Give some examples.
Oh,
if
gosh.
you can. Doesn't have to
I
be.
can't think of one offhand.
Yes, but
Well, I was going to say,
Yes.
I had a woman that I had met in a Look and Feel Better, and then we did her wig for her, and she has finished treatment, and I got a phone call from her the other day, just completely out of the blue. She goes, I almost have enough hair to cut. She was so excited. Will you give me
Wow.
my first haircut?
Yes.
And I said, of course.
Oh,
She
that's
said, well, you
wonderful.
took my hair off, because I had shaved her hair for her wig. And she said, you took it off. Will you please be the first one to cut it again? So they
that's
just,
amazing.
if you, I have kept in touch with multiple people.
Yes.
But they reach out to us also,
Yes.
as they're getting better. They're like, I'm through that phase. I'm onto this. And
Yes.
they're so excited because they're now experiencing something that we've all had. We've all
Awesome.
needed a haircut. We've all needed this.
Yes.
But now they get to need one.
Okay. Now, I have some questions for you, Cathy. Where is the location this all takes place?
Okay, well, we do some Look Good, Feel Better programs actually in the building, the American Cancer Society building on Neal Street. We do some at Christie Clinic on Windsor Road. and Mattis, and we do some at Carl at the Mills Breast Institute.
Yes.
There are many, many, many
Yes.
volunteer cosmetologists.
Yes.
And so we just kind of, we get a phone call, can you do it? If you can't do it, then they call the next one on the list. So there are at least 3 locations and sometimes more.
Mm-hmm. And how often to Carl and Christy and American Cancer Society?
I would say we're at either Carl and or Christy at least once a month. We've been as often as once a week at the American Cancer Society often, especially if we have a one-on-one session that, somebody doesn't really feel comfortable doing it in a group. We will do a one-on-one session with them.
See, I've seen the boutique section in American Cancer.
Yes.
Very well. You have plenty of them.
We have plenty of them.
Nicely
It's
arranged.
a very nice space. So if you
Yes.
and also I want people to understand, this is a free service. They don't get charged for that wig.
No?
They don't get charged for their makeup. I volunteer my time.
Yes.
So if we need to cut their wig,
Yes.
I cut it for them for free. There is never, ever a cost involved in this.
This is awesome.
Well, we don't want anybody to feel like they can't afford to do something.
Correct.
Because there's nothing about this experience that's inexpensive. The
Correct.
treatment is, you're in a situation where money may not be fluid.
Right.
So the more we can provide for them.
Exactly. Can I also add, too,
Yes.
that Pam Barrick, who is the volunteer coordinator
Yes.
at the American Cancer Society,
Yes.
she has a wealth of knowledge of what is available to
Oh,
patients.
absolutely.
In different programs that may help with prescription costs,
Yes.
or you would just need to call her, and I do have her number. It is 356
Yes.
9076. Her name is Pam Barrick, B-A-R-A-K. A very wonderful woman, very calm. She never gets upset. She's just a very low-key individual, but a smart woman.
So when we have this awesome, wonderful volunteering service available, if anyone out there who is in need of it, or if you know anyone who is in need of it, and would you both give the information, and we will obviously put it on the video, the number and where to contact, but you can say it both.
Okay, well, the Champaign office number again is 356-9076, and there is an 800 number. There is somebody at the other end of that 800 number 24 hours a day. You will never get a recording. You will get to
Always
speak
a
to
real
someone.
person.
Always a real person, and that number is 1-800-227-2345.
And could you repeat what you said? That
The local number to the ACS office, which is on Neal Street, is 356-9076. And the person who has all of the information on resources is Pam Barrick, B-A-R-A-K.
And also not just for Champaign County.
Oh, no, that's
Vermilion
true.
County.
It's a regional.
It's regional. So it's Vermilion County, Douglas County.
Right.
It is, if you're in the Champaign area at all, call the number. If it is not their region, they will give you the right place. Because I know I've gone to Coles County
Yes.
to do wig boutique work.
Yes.
I've gone to Coles County to do Look Good, Feel Better. So it is, I've been to Vermilion County. So it is not just Champaign County.
that brings up a very important matter. This would go to not only in the central Illinois. I mean, we have Springfield, we have
Absolutely.
Decatur,
They're all
we have
within our
Danville.
region.
They
Right.
are all
And
within our region. So
All
we
right.
will travel.
So American Cancer Society is for the central Illinois.
Absolutely.
That is real good news.
May I also add that every June we have what we call the Relay for Life. It's an event that is held at Centennial High School. I believe the date this year is June 9th and 10th, but I may be wrong. It actually begins about 6 o'clock on Saturday evening and ends at 6 a.m. the next morning. There are always walkers on the track. We have fun events planned. There's campsites, and you can bring items that you can barbecue and bring your own barbecues along. It's just a really fun event. And we would ask anybody who wants to help support the American Cancer Society by your donations to please consider that.
Thank you very much. We had a wonderful time, and Chris and
Thank
Cathy.
you.
Thank you.
We thank you, and this is not the last we are going to see, three of us. We'll be back, and
right.
other stories and other informations for volunteering from American Cancer Society.
Yes.
Thank you, Cathy.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.